Yeah, so first things first, because I've had a lot of discussions lately with certain people who don't agree. Oh, I gotta change this filter. Who don't agree with the whole Black Lives Matter movement, and they don't agree with just how everything is being pretty much being discussed, and they don't like how sports are being affected by the movement. They don't like how their lives are being affected by the movement. And to me, that's troublesome because why? There's no reason for you to have a problem with a group of people who've been oppressed for the longest time ever, probably longer than anybody's ever known, for them just to want to be treated better. And I don't see why anyone should have an issue with this. I wish I had my little point things, but I don't have all my points written down. But I'm going to go with it with what I remember. But I've had multiple discussions where one person really thinks, or multiple people think, that Black Lives Matter means that Black Lives Matter more. Now, this couldn't be any more false of a statement, since if they were trying to say that Black Lives Matter more, they would have said Black Lives Matter more. But no, they're saying Black Lives Matter. That's all it means is Black Lives Matter. That's it. Black Lives Matter too. You want to say all lives matter, but yeah, that includes Black lives. So I don't see why you have an issue with Black Lives Matter. And the issue with saying all lives matter is, let's just say, for example, your house is on fire. You call the fire department. They show up, and instead of them putting your house, them trying to, pretty much hose down your house, take out the fire, they start hosing out the houses around you. And they're going to say, what? All houses matter. All houses matter. It's the issue is Black Lives Matter movement is because this is the issue right now. We have a problem with black people being oppressed. We have a problem with the black community constantly being attacked, discriminated against, both in person. There's a lot of hatred for them institutionally as well. There's a lot of, someone tried to make the argument, oh, if a black person went to an interview and a white person went to an interview and they had the same thing. No, yeah, definitely the white person would have gotten chosen. That's it's just the way it is, unfortunately. And you could say like, oh, there's no such thing as privilege. No, there's privilege everywhere. There's any country that has a predominant race will have its privilege. You go to the Middle East, it's going to be, of course, they're going to be more fond towards the Arab person. You want to go to another country, it's going to be the same thing. And unfortunately, that's just something stupid that we have going on in the world, But we could definitely overcome that, and we could definitely be better. And unfortunately, worldwide, the black community is constantly targeted, hated against, insulted, but yet everything that they try to put into the community is always copied. People want to go around, and start discussing hip hop like it's, their whole life. They're trying to discuss that, pretty much the black community is they're trendsetters. Like they provide so much, and they have provided so much for the entire world, but yet they still get hated on. And it's unfortunate, and it's honestly, it's stupid, because like you're trying to be like them, but at the same time you want to hate them, and it doesn't make sense when you could easily just not hate. And that's something that starts with all of us, especially our generation, the millennials, and so forth, because hatred is taught. And I mean, I can't think of a reason why you would hate someone who's done nothing towards you just because of the color of the skin. You didn't get to choose who you were, who your parents were. You didn't get to choose what race you were born into, and neither did the black community. So what is the point of hating someone based off the color of their skin? There's no reason. So that's something that honestly we need to spread amongst ourselves, and we have to keep having these discussions, because we have to end hatred. And it's because there's no point to it. What is the point behind hatred to begin with? There's nothing. It's what, because you're scared, you're insecure. Like, you can overcome an insecurity. You don't have to, you don't have to put someone else down just for you to step up. That's not how it works. We can all help each other step up. And that's why the black community, you know, like, we need to, for people that aren't part of the black community, like, for example, like, I'm Arab, and, you know, I have Hispanic friends, like, all of us have to come together to help them up. And I've heard arguments, oh, well, white people are shot every day, or, black people and Hispanics are get shot too, and they're, getting beaten by cops, and, and they don't support us. No, that's false. The only difference is when police brutality and other forms of racism happen to other ethnicities aside from the black community, the difference is between the other ethnicities and the black community is the black community doesn't make it about them when it happens to someone else. They show up and they say, we support you. They show up and they say, you know what, hey, we understand your pain and we're going to be there with you. But they don't go in and say, oh, well, Black Lives Matter too. No, they just say, hey, you know what, and police brutality. Justice for this person, justice for that person. And I don't understand, that there shouldn't be a reason for you to, go ahead and try to make it about you when we need to help the black community come up, and we need to help them live better, because there's just too many injustices. And if you don't want to believe it, I mean, it's all around the world. Like, if you want to just say, I mean, from my knowledge from other countries, all I know is from, the sport of soccer or football, otherwise known as football around the world, soccer in the U.S. I mean, I have to listen. I listen to my friends Bam and C's. They have a sports podcast, and they're constantly talking about racism in the sport, or in any sport actually, whenever it happens. And I don't know how many times I've had to hear that a black player has had to hear monkey chants, had banana peels thrown at them, or just bananas in general, or just getting hatred when they're doing something for that team, that country, that group of people that are the fans. Even if you're not a fan, like, they play for a certain country and you want to hate them and you don't want to give them the credit they deserve, because why? Because your ancestors told you to hate them. It's stupid. And it's something that we all have to teach each other, and we all have to learn and just get past this and help the black community come up together. Because even if you don't believe, in religion, but there's always a story, the Tower of Babel. At one point, everyone spoke the same language, everybody was the same, and they built their way to heaven. And even if you want to believe it or not, that should be a story for everyone, that if we actually came together and helped each other out, just everybody's just acting as just one whole community. We all bleed the same blood, and if we got together, there's so much we can achieve. There's so much more we could achieve by helping each other out rather than trying to be against each other. Just for you, it helps them, it helps me, it helps us, it helps the entire society, the world, just as a whole. Racism should not be a thing. And it's honestly gotten me upset, especially like in the last 2 weeks, where I've had to see all these different posts, all these different people talking about how this is just a whole race bait or race war. No, it's not a race war. We're trying to end a race war. The race war existed a long time ago, and this is trying to end it. Black Lives Matter is trying to end the race war. They're just trying to say, hey, you know what? We're all equal. And what's so hard about making everybody equal? There's no reason we shouldn't be. And all the hate words you want to throw out there, there's why? There's no reason. The other day I got some kid decided to rage at me because there was friendly fire on, and he decided to call me the N-word a million times because he thought that would upset me. And I'm just like, dude, this just shows the racism in the gaming community as well. And there is no reason that you need to scream any words of hatred through the mic based, I understand people want to rage. I rage all the time, but I never use words of hate when it comes to ethnicity. And for someone to unfortunately do that just shows that We need to get past it. There's no reason for you to go ahead and drop those words like, when people were 12 in Call of Duty. Like we're beyond past that. It's just grow up. It just makes you look immature, and because you are immature, and those kind of words you just got to get out of your vocabulary. Just don't even use them. Don't even think about them. You want to call me anything else, or you want to go ahead and just say I'm trash, whatever. Yeah, go ahead. But to use hateful words that were once used to oppress a group of people is just unfortunate on your end. That just shows that you need more growth, and I mean the world needs more growth in the sense when it comes to hatred, especially when it's directed towards the black community. Because, honestly, it's just been too long. It's been way too long. It's 2020, yo. I'm 30 years old, and I've just grew up seeing this hatred, and I just never understood why. And then there's I just never understood what the purpose behind of it was. Seeing different people that I knew growing up too having this hatred, and I just never understood it. No one's ever done anything to me, and even if someone's done something to me, it's never been because of the color of their skin. It's never been because of the color of their skin. It's just, it might be part of their environment, the way they grew up, their surroundings, their influences, but never because of the color of their skin. Your color of your skin doesn't make you who you are. So we need to, like I said, my final statement is just we need to get past this. Black Lives Matter. It's not Black Lives Matter more than anybody else. It's they matter too. Black Lives Matter just as much as anybody else's, and we need to stop this oppression, this hatred, this nonsense directed towards them. And so for the second topic, which was I've noticed a lot more. Well, I mean, I've already known that it's been around, but is sexism, especially when it comes into the gaming community. I mean, these two topics have been on my mind for a long time. I just finally, I recorded previous videos, but I just couldn't get them out there, so I'm just going to do it live. But the sexism, especially when it comes into, the gaming community, that as well is a bunch of nonsense. From every gamer, every male gamer, what do you like? All they want to do is play video games. And what do you say? Oh, I wish I had a gamer girl. I wish I had a gamer girlfriend. I wish I had a girl to play video games with me, or would stay around when I play video games. All right, so you want this, but then the second you hear a female in your chat, the second you find out there's a female in your chat, what do you go ahead and do? You harass her. You insult her. You find any way to blame her gameplay off her sex. Do you understand how stupid that sounds? You suck because you're a girl. I'm sorry, but that is a stupid argument, because how is your sex going to determine how good you are? It's just based off how much you want to play, how much time you want to put in, how much you want to practice. All right, because I know many women that'll destroy many dudes. All right, and this happened. I experienced this firsthand for the first time in a long time when I was playing with one of my friends, Peachy. We were playing Valorant. They heard she was a girl, and immediately the first thing they said is, "Go to the kitchen and make me a sandwich." All right, first of all, I get it. Your mom, makes your sandwiches and has to cut off the crust before you can eat it. You're fucking 22 years old and you still can't cook for yourself. Like, I get it. But you're not going to get a chick that way, dude. You're not going to... This whole bullying to get a girl thing doesn't fucking work. It doesn't work. Excuse my language, but it doesn't work. So that you need to get past that. The whole, she sucks because she's a girl. No, dude. That's not how it works either. It's how much time you put in, how much time she puts in. There are so many girls that don't get credit for what, from the time they put in and how much they ball out, just because they're a girl, and you guys are upset that they're better than you, and they're better than you. By the way, my friend Peachy, when they told her to go get a sandwich, she was carrying the entire team, including me. She was 25-5. The next person was me at 17-15, and everybody else was trash. And this is how they were talking to her. And then just yesterday, like it's female content creators, female gamers get just a bunch of harassment. Oh, why are you not dating this guy? Do you have a boyfriend? Do you have this? I don't see these chats in male content creators, or just even to other guys. I don't hear this. No one asks me if I ever have a girlfriend when I go into a video game, but you guys want to bug her. Like, you understand, like, girls want to go in and game just like you. So stop harassing them. You want more gamer girls out there, right? You want to meet more gamer girls. You want to see more gamer girls, whatnot. Okay, well, you have to stop making them uncomfortable. All right, this is the harassment, the insults. That, trust me, female gamers have been around for a long time. It's just you just haven't seen it because they don't want to show themselves to you because you're a freaking idiot. And the other one is a lot of, especially when it comes to content creation, a lot of dudes want to say, oh, she only got where she is because she's a girl. Now, you do realize the top streamers and content creators are males, right? The biggest content creator is probably Dr. Disrespect. This dude is worldwide. And he's not a chick. I've seen, and you just want to go through. Yeah, there's a very successful female content creators, but they do what they got. They're entertaining. They're great at talking to people, or they're just amazing gamers. One of my favorite content creators yesterday was almost quit. She had almost turned off the stream, almost quit Apex because the community was harassing her left and right. Talking about, why are you not dating this person, or are you dating this guy because you play with him, or or they just want to constantly say that she gets her success just because she's suggested, but she wears a hoodie every stream. It's stupid, and we have to give them the credit that they deserve. Right? They work hard. They work just as hard as you, if not harder, because you know what? In this world, women are put down. All right, males constantly are trying to put them down because males are too insecure to have a woman more successful than they are. So that all these attacks towards women, especially when it comes to gaming, like, they have to stop. Like, they're our equals. All right, we're all equal. Everyone, no matter who you are, what you are, we're all equal. So we need to also work together to go ahead and educate each other, any future generations, our little brothers, our sisters, our kids, all that. We need to go ahead and we need to teach them away from this hatred. We need to teach them to be better. We need to teach them. We need to go ahead and discuss. The second we see them do something wrong, we need to go ahead and talk to the boys, talk to the sons, talk to the brothers. There's no boys will be boys bullcrap. Like, that doesn't exist. No, the boys will not be boys. That's not how it works. No, they can't just be given a pass. So, I really don't know any much more to say. Besides, we just need to fix this. We need to work together to fix this, put it together. We need to work together to get past all these atrocious actions that we see around us. The second we see anything happen, we need to step in. We can't be afraid, whether it hurts our platform, whether it hurts us. The second that these people that want to spread the hatred see that people are pushing back, yeah, they're definitely going to try to push back because they don't want to, they're afraid of change. People are afraid of change. But once they see that people aren't afraid of them, they're going to become fearful, and they're going to go ahead and realize, either one, they're going to realize they're wrong, or two, they're just going to stop to the point where they're going to be afraid to spread the hatred. So, I appreciate listening. I appreciate you guys for listening to this. If you didn't cap it, tries crap. Look, yeah, okay, I won't lie. Oh my god. Drop the names of the racists you talk to on Discord. I don't know any racists on Discord. I definitely call anyone out. But it's more so in gaming. Like one time I was playing Rainbow Six, and that's when the dude decided to call me the N word multiple times. So I didn't really. I don't really have many names. By the way, I drag this down here. Why is my camera not showing up? Alright. Oh, there we go. That's fine. But, trust me, I would have dropped. And the reason I didn't cry is because I won't lie, dog. Like, I cried myself out yesterday. I know I don't even need to bring up how good they are. I don't need to. But the reason I know I don't need to, but I was talking about Black Lives Matter in Game with Strangers, and I've talked with a couple people here and there, but mostly that was more in person. It was more so the Black Lives Matter thing was in person. Oh, 100%, Bam, 100%. If they're bringing up biology in regards to gaming and their argument is flawed, 100%, dude. Okay, I won't hold it back. Partially is because of the shit that I was seeing online, and I was kind of crying over the Black Panther, dog. I'm not gonna lie. I was crying over Chadwick. Yeah, I'm actually kind of tearing up right now. I was honestly just thinking about just, Black Panther and just the impact that he had, just Chadwick, that the impact that he had just as the I'm sorry. So everyone knows that Black Panther had a huge impact for the Black community, and honestly, it just got me to thinking all the times that I have to hear them and C's just talk about the shit that they go through, and every fucking day, I'm not gonna lie, dude, I get fucking scared. Every day I get fucking scared that shit happens to them. Because everyone knows, dude, that they're two of my best fucking friends, and I don't know what I would do without them. And they've taught me so fucking much. Honestly, a lot of my growth, I have to give credit to them. And like a lot, I want to say minimal 80% of my growth comes towards them. Goes to them. So just thinking about how Black Panther was just, it was so impactful towards the Black community, and it was just a step forward, and it brought empowerment. And honestly, I was kind of, before he died, I was reading about the stuff he was doing, and all this, like, he went on his platforms. He went on his platforms to, to go ahead and he pretty much risked his acting career just spreading, all this empowerment. And honestly, that's something that, I'm sorry, C's. So that's something that I always grew up wanting to do, is I always wanted to bring some kind of change to the world. So yesterday it was kind of hit me hard. But
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I appreciate everybody, and I love you guys a lot. Honestly, I appreciate you guys for always being a impactful part of my life. So I'm there, Serge. Trust me, I'm there. So the whole movement, like the whole movement when it comes to just ending racism and the black community, like and bringing forth the black community means a lot. And honestly, a lot. The other part of my growth, I have to give credit to women, because I grew up with my mom and my sister. I got my niece. I always want the best for her, and a lot of I've always spoken to a lot of women, and they've always taught me how to be better, how to be a better man, to treat women better, how to make sure I do things better. So those two things I'm really sensitive to, and even though I kind of hold it in a lot, and like I have lost my temper, I have lost my rage when I hear this stuff in person. Like whenever I hear when like I'll go off on these people, but it's only because it means a lot to me, and how much just it's provided a lot of growth, and it's been impactful. It's been impactful in my life. So I really didn't expect to cry. I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping to keep a straight face. We're just gonna keep it serious. But I love you guys. I love you too, Bam. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cry. Honestly, I didn't think I would. But I pretty much. It's pretty much what happened when I was listening to your guys' podcast when you brought up racism and how you guys were just so exhausted talking about it every week. Well, Case, I wasn't really gonna take my rage out. I don't really have any rage right now.